Yeah, can you guys hear me? Is my mic all right? Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, sorry, I just spoke so much stuff there. But yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hi Deepak, hi Amar, hi Anuj. Everyone, folks who have joined, just post a hi in the chat. Hi Safe, what's up? What are you guys doing? How's your day? Just probably we'll start the stream in another couple of minutes. Probably give 2 or 3 minutes for folks who are trying to join in, and then I just had a lot of free time today. It was a light, not so heavy Friday, and I just I'm done with the work for the day, and then thought just start the stream early. Just probably go live early and then wait for folks to join in. But yeah, probably will give another 2 or 3 minutes. Hi there. See a handful of people who have joined already. Just post a hi in the chat. If you have joined on mobile, if you joined on PC, just open the chat box, type a hi. Definitely love to know who are all joining. Where are you guys joining from? Yeah, but anyways, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Just let me know in the chat what you guys are up to. What are you guys doing? What are you guys? How was your day? What are you guys up to lately? What are you guys doing? You guys are in the middle of a work day, and it's a Friday. I can understand how that can be for people who are working in the software, and then college. You guys just finished college. What are you guys doing? Good. What about you? Yeah, things are going good for me. As I said, it's a light Friday. Just watching the markets, looking into just working on my content creation, and just planning my roadmap ahead for the next week and the week after that. Just trying to come up with good topics for you guys, and trying to plan some good content for the next week. We'll talk about trading and investing and cryptocurrencies all together. That's one. But on the other side, we also had we are also planning sessions where we talk about blockchain technology in general. I mean, not in general, but from a development perspective. So people who are working in software, people who are trying to transition from Web2 career to Web3 career, then just make sure you follow me on Creator. I'll be making sessions where we develop some really good applications. Safe says just finished college and joined for session. Yeah, thank you so much for joining in, Safe. Hi Madhu, this is hello. And what are you guys doing apart from work and college? What are you guys up to lately? Do you guys have any side ventures, personal projects that you guys are working on, any course that you guys are taking, any skills that you're trying to pick up, any habit that you're trying to cultivate least in the last lately? Just wanted to understand what you guys are doing. So okay. But yeah, so today's stream, I thought of doing a stream. We did a stream yesterday. I don't know how many guys were part of that. But today's stream, we wanted to talk about some of the technical things about NFTs and metaverse. What's going on in the cryptocurrency and the whole Web3 space. So it's been a while since we're just talking about cryptocurrencies, finance, and investing in general. But so thought I'll take an opportunity and do another stream this week, and we'll talk about NFTs and metaverse. So NFTs and metaverse, it's a really exciting topic. I have a whole lot of things to show you guys, to share with you. But yeah, if you guys are already into metaverse and NFT, if you guys have already experienced that aspect of Web3, let me know. Let me know in the chat box what you guys have done. Have you guys already got involved in creating NFTs or owning NFTs? Probably used a couple of metaverse applications or metaverse games. So there's a lot of metaverse games coming up. A lot of different startups building a lot of different kinds of metaverse sandboxes and metaverse, all these kinds of virtual worlds, which happen to be the economy of these metaverse worlds happen to be based on blockchains. Definitely blockchain is the base for the economy of these metaverse worlds. So, but if you see, this metaverse is not only a Web3 thing. Metaverse can be anything, right? So, metaverse, a game like Fortnite can be a metaverse in itself. It's a virtual world where people do a lot of different things. But also, the economy is very bounded. It's very central to just the to just the people playing on the servers. And also, can be in some games it can be just to an individual. It can be just bound to you, right? So yeah. So when we talk about metaverse, don't just assume that metaverse is Web3. So, of course, metaverse is a big part of Web3, but did not start out as a Web3 thing, right? So people had a lot of different games are there, which are you know close to like a virtual world. So those are metaverses as well. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about NFTs. So I wanted to talk about mix of NFTs and metaverse. So there are a lot of people, talking about NFTs. There are a lot of people talking about metaverse. But I thought it would be an interesting topic to talk about NFTs and metaverse. So how NFTs can be used in metaverse and how metaverse makes use of NFTs to um, to back all the economy and the asset related things and all that, and all the digital ownership and things like that. Fortnite is different from metaverse, right? Fortnite is different, not different from metaverse. Fortnite is itself a metaverse. Metaverse has to be something that gives you a virtual experience, right? So I mean, if you see, let's just quickly open this up. If you see the metaverse meaning. So let me share my screen. I'll probably just post this. So if you just Google metaverse meaning, this is what you get. A virtual reality space in which users can interact with a computer generated environment and other users, right? So virtual reality space. So it's not real. So it's a virtually generated world. Fortnite can be one example. It's a lot of different GTA 5 and a lot of different games which has virtual world, and the people can interact with one another, and also has this computer generated environment, right? It can be 3D, 2D, whatever. But yeah, definitely. Don't assume that metaverse is only all these kinds of new metaverse VR related games that are coming up. It's not just limited to that. But also a lot of different things are happening, like I just said, Fortnite, GTA, a lot of different games. By the way, if you guys are into playing video games, multiplayer games, just let me know what you guys play. In the chat, just post whatever you guys play and whatever, if you've all experienced any of these sandbox games like metaverse games, definitely let me know in the chat. But besides that, yeah, so as I said, and I thought it would be a good combination or a good topic of discussion to talk about how metaverse and NFTs are interrelated. As I said, there's a lot of people talking about NFTs. There's a lot of people talking about creating content around metaverses. But I just wanted to give you guys a brief or a glimpse into how NFTs and metaverse are interrelated. So when you back or when you base the metaverse's economy on a blockchain and use NFTs for digital ownership and all those, asset management and all those kinds of things, it becomes Web3 thing, right? So metaverse becomes Web3 metaverse. But besides that, Fortnite is again, it's a centralized server. Again, all these games like GTA 5 just play on one server, and then your assets and your in-game currency and your in-game economy basically stays on just that server. If that company decides to shut that game down, you have no way of realizing or redeeming that assets or those assets that you owned in game. GTA 5 roleplay, yeah, exactly. GTA 5 again, it's one of the good examples of a metaverse where you have a virtual space, interact with. I had lots of fun playing GTA 5 roleplay. I finished playing GTA 5, the single player story based game, and then I switched to playing GTA 5 online. And after that, I played online for a bit, probably like, I don't know, 100 hours, 150 hours, and then I switched to playing GTA 5 roleplay. You have all this kind of third party servers where you can join, and then you can do all kinds of stuff. You can add mods to your game. You can play as any role that you want. And there are also people who are enforcing certain rules inside these third-party servers. So if you can experience you can have that experience of fulfilling a role for yourself, right? So GTA 5 roleplay is amazing. It's one of the GTA 5 is one of my all-time favorite games. I loved GTA 5, and then whatever Rockstar made after that, Red Dead Redemption 2 came onto PC. I loved that as well. But there are a lot of different games which are giving you that virtual world experience. So, but besides that, these games don't have that economy based on blockchains, right? So it's not blockchain that's managing all the assets and the economy in game. So they're not Web3 applications. So they are still Web2. But I think this is actually a good segue into talking about how NFTs are used in metaverse. So in Web3 metaverse, there are a lot of different examples. Pretty sure some of you might have already heard about games like Decentraland and the Sandbox, and a lot of different things. There's also another company called Matrix, which is building the metaverse called Matrix, which is being built. So again, that's also another thing that's coming up. A lot of different companies trying to build metaverses. Again, this again a metaverse based on the Cardano blockchain, which I read about. I don't know, probably a couple of months ago. I don't know. Yeah, there's again a metaverse called Pavia, which is based on the Cardano blockchain. So a lot of different things going on there. We'll talk about. I think this is a good segue that we transitioned using. Talking about all this metaverse and NFTs and GTA 5 video games and all that. But before that, let's. Deepak has a question. How does real estate NFT works? Yeah, real estate NFTs. So tokenization, right? So tokenization is the key to all these things. Tokenizing real world assets is the way to represent anything from the real world on a digital space, right? So since let's say you have I don't know, probably like a country, and then it has these many parcels or pieces of land, and then you say that each piece of land is a token, right? Is represented as a token on the blockchain. So it's a digital representation on a blockchain, right? Why blockchain? Because nobody can change without anybody else knowing. So that's the reason nobody can forge or fake something in a blockchain. So that's the reason blockchain. But also it has to be decentralized. That's the reason blockchain. So if it's in a right now, you might the land registry and the property registry that's owned by the government or government bodies. These data actually sit on a centralized server, right? Where they use all these kinds of traditional databases to store the data. But anybody can just go and hack it or probably just change whatever they want to, right? And also this even with all these kinds of improved technology things, there are a lot of things that are going on, like litigation, and a lot of different people are facing a lot of different problems because of all these loopholes in the system. It's not only loopholes, but also a lot of mistakes happening in the system as well. But if you base it on blockchain, first thing is how do you represent it on the blockchain? So it's in the form of tokens. NFTs is again, NFT stands for non-fungible token. So that's the reason it's again token. And token is the way to represent anything digitally, right, on a blockchain. And once you put anything on a blockchain, so it's easy to see. It's all transparent, right? So it's easy to see who owns what land, who owns what token, who owns what asset, and then it's easy to enforce digital ownership. Not only it's easy to enforce any kind of ownership. You just see that this piece of land belongs to this guy, and then nobody can double spend it or double sell it, right? Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can do anything about it unless and until you give the authority, right? So ownership, decentralization, transparency, and then it's the digital representation. So all these factors, these are some of the main factors of why someone should do tokenization of real estates. But there are a lot of different startups. There's one startup based in Singapore, which is called InvestaX, which is right now again I think one of the notable startups which is working on tokenization of NFTs. I mean tokenization of real estate. So tokenization of real estate is is one of the very important things that's going to happen, if not in 5 years, in the next 10 years, or in the near future, I don't know. But tokenization of NFTs, tokenization of real world assets should definitely happen. If it has to be a secure and a smooth, um, fabric of all these things. But what are the various games based on blockchain? So there are a lot of different games that are based on blockchain. The games itself, the technology driving the games are not necessarily related to blockchain, but the economy or the economics of the games are on the blockchain. So for example, last time I think in one of our streams last week um, we talked about one of these games that's based on blockchain. Probably, I don't know, the Sandbox, I guess. The Sandbox game. Let me just quickly share my screen and then share screen. So I was just taking a look at, before we go into that, I was just taking a look at CoinMarketCap. I just came to this DEX section and I saw that there is a new DEX on the market. It says it's launched last year, November. But I don't know, I've never heard of Zigzag. But it's a ZK Sync V1. I think this is one of the decentralized exchanges built on ZK Sync. But yeah, this is what the DEX looks like. Just normal place, trading terminal, whatever other trading terminals look like. It says it's 4,573 percentage increase in volume of trades, right? Of this Zigzag coin, or in the Zigzag DEX, which is, I don't know, never heard of it. Heard of Derived Protocol, Uniswap, DYDX, which is one of the popular DEXs. PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Perpetual, and Jupiter, SushiSwap, again one of my favorite DEXs. Curve Finance, SushiSwap, yeah, all these things. But I was just looking at that, so that's the reason I had this page open. Which is the best blockchain to mint NFT? What are your thoughts, Neat Mudge? I'll just take the question in a bit, but before that, just wanted to show you guys the sandbox game. This is one of the, I don't know, you guys might have seen upland.me. The advertise of the ads of this game keeps popping up whenever you're on any YouTube video or in any mobile application. Upland, sorry, this is not, I think this is the one, right? Upland. So this is again metaverse world. But yeah, Sandbox. Right now we were talking about Sandbox. There is Decentraland. There's again all these kinds of virtual worlds where you can just create a character and then you start exploring, start interacting with users. There's a lot of things that can be done. People are still building it. Sandbox is, I think, still in alpha, or it's still in testing phase. And then the actual product is not released. So season 3 is live. So they're still in alpha season 3, right? So they're doing this batch-wise testing. They just release Sandbox for certain number of players, and then they can just test. But if you say, there's also an option called buy land, right? So they're talking about basically the land parcels within the Sandbox environment. Just let me just turn this into night mode. But yeah, talk about that. But before that, which is the best blockchain to mint NFT? When you say best blockchain, you need to have that quantifiable factors. As I keep saying, you need to have some statistics and numbers to define what do you mean by best blockchain. See, right now, if you go onto this website called OpenSea.io, let me just open another tab, OpenSea.io, and then see, by the way, OpenSea, for people who don't know, OpenSea is one of the biggest NFT marketplaces out there in the world. And then if you just go to OpenSea.io, and let's say, I don't know, let's just pick Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is one of the, this is an NFT collection that was traded heavily during the NFT boom, and it has 10,000 items. So let's pick one of these NFTs. Let's click on buy now, right? MetaMask. And so go to buy now, just link your account. And then let's see, accept and sign. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me do anything, but just wanted to show you guys what's happening. Okay. Yeah. So let's just go to etherscan.io, and I'll show you one factor that right now, gas price, right? Gas price is 6 gig away. So whatever the gas any transaction consumes, that much into gas price is going to be the gas fee that you're going to pay for any transaction. So in this case, if you come here and if you try to buy this NFT, of course, it says 74 ether, and if you're willing to pay 74 ether, it's also, I don't know, probably $50 or $60 worth of ether will be debited from your wallet extra. That goes as the transaction fee for the one who mines it, right? So in that case, Ethereum again has a lot of gas fee problems because there are a lot of people doing transactions on ether, and also the throughput is only so much, and so that reason Ethereum can't process like thousands of transactions at once. So that's the reason gas fees goes high, right? So gas fee is basically that transaction fees that you pay, and all these miners and validators, people who are running the blockchain essentially, so they pick up these transactions which are paying the highest gas fees, so that they can stay more and more profitable. So that's the reason gas fees keeps getting higher and higher. And so if you see, gas fees can be one factor, and the amount of people using the blockchain can be another factor, or the amount of transactions that are going through per second or per minute or per block can be another factor. Factors like this, different factors like this can be considered when you say what's the best blockchain. But right now, if you go on OpenSea, and let's say if you click on Explore, say, I don't know, probably domain names and unstoppable domains. I'm just showing this one example because I know this sits on Polygon. So if you see, if you want a domain like, let's say, okay, this one, Musty Money 17.wallet. If you click on buy now, and just takes 0.4 Matic token. That's the token of the Polygon chain, and it costs you that much. And also the gas fee is close to nothing. Right? So in this case, you can say that Polygon is the best blockchain. So there are a lot of different things based on a lot of different factors. But right now, people have started using all these side chains and this layer 2 solutions because of one main factor is the gas fee problem that exists on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So in this case, as I said, if you want to just mint this as an NFT or probably just sell or buy this as an NFT on your Polygon chain, it's very easy. It's $0.33, and then probably you'll pay another $0.1 or 10 or 50 cents for the gas fee. Right? So in that case, this is very cheap. If you're looking at how cheap it's to make transactions on any blockchain, definitely blockchains like this. Sidechain. This is actually a sidechain scaling solution for Ethereum. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, what are your thoughts of ETH-Merge? Yeah, ETH-Merge, as I said, as we talked yesterday, I don't know, Amar, whether you were part of yesterday's stream or not. We talked about ETH-Merge because yesterday was one of the exciting days for me. I was very much waiting for Ethereum merge, ETH 2.0 merge, and then finally it happened yesterday. And then, but yeah, I'm all positive on the ETH merge. Good things are happening to the Ethereum ecosystem, and a lot of things to come. After this. So I just wanted to show you again another thing, guys. Wanted to show you another image for Ethereum, for the Ethereum merge, and we'll just show you this. Yeah, this was a tweet by Vitalik. This is the image. This clearly shows you the roadmap. People who are trying to follow, closely on what Ethereum is doing. So this was the merge phase, right? So merge, no more proof of work, which means that we just quickly zoom in on that, so you guys can probably open in a different tab. Yeah, just quickly zoom in on that. So this was the phase that we witnessed yesterday. That was on September 15th, right? So it's easy to remember because yesterday was the engineer's day, and then this happened yesterday. It says merge, no more proof of work, right? So and then after that is the surge. The surge is the phase where they introduce sharding, right? So and then there's a merge, introduction of Merkle trees. Now right now the blockchain runs on Merkle trees. So they're going to change to something called Merkle trees, and they'll remove Patricia trees. So then again, it's the purge and then the splurge. So this is the roadmap ahead for Ethereum. So the merge was one stage. So surge, introducing sharding. They seem to declare that it's going to come sometime next year in the mid of, probably it's going to take 1.5 to 2 years to introduce sharding. Right, sharding is again going to be, sharding can potentially decrease the gas fee problem that Ethereum is facing. Right, so we'll talk about sharding and everything later on. I don't want to get into all technical things here, but yeah, that's my thought on the Ethereum 2.0 merge. Now, all good things, all positive things happening to the Ethereum technology, because Ethereum is by far and the only project that I love. I mean, it's my most favorite project on this planet, right? So, and yesterday it went through the merge, and everything happened so good. But also, surprisingly, if you, for people who are thinking that merge is a very big milestone, it's a big deal. I mean, of course it's a big deal technical wise, and then engineering wise it's definitely not easy to achieve. But people who are thinking that merge is going to boost or send the price of the ether to the moon, it did not happen. See, if you see yesterday, this actually came crashing down, right? So yesterday was getting close to 10%. If you see the number here, it's close to 10% down, right? So yeah, that's what's happening. So yeah, but yeah, people who are thinking of thinking to trade these assets based on market sentiments and news, so you should already know that these news and these sentiments already get factored in by the time that happens, right? So people had already announced that September, somewhere around the third week of September, would be the merge, but the news and the fact of the event of merge was already factored in, when the price was already at this phase. So you couldn't have actually traded anything yesterday. So right, so if you're already, if you're traded long side yesterday thinking that prices would go up, would have ended up with a great loss. So yeah, so traders who are trying to take advantage of news and try to make a quick profit, definitely advise not to trade for anything that's in news. Be it stocks, cryptocurrencies, anything that's in the news, don't trade it. So these are all some of the basic rules of trading. We'll talk about in some of these sessions where it's exclusive to trading. But besides that, yeah, as I said, Amar, that's my 2 cents on the ETH merge. Is there any pay to earn games in metaverse space? Yeah, there are a lot of different pay to earn games. One popular um, game was the Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity was a game where you can breed all these characters called Axies, and then you can sell it for real money, right? So people in the Philippines, they actually during the peak of COVID, when there was countrywide lockdown in India and Philippines and everywhere in the world, there were a lot of people who lost their jobs, a lot of people who couldn't go to work, and then but among that segment of people, there was a huge the big chunk of these folks who discovered playing video games and who discovered this game in particular, Axie Infinity. They made a living out of this. They a lot of people told that they were even able to earn more than what they would earn from their day job. So yeah, definitely there are a lot of good pay to earn games. There are a lot of pay to earn games on mobile as well, but I don't know. I don't really follow what's going on the mobile gaming field, but yeah, definitely Axie Infinity. But there are a lot of different games. A lot of games offer this play to earn economy, but yeah, which platform has lowest gas fees? Um, I don't know right now. It's all numbers. So I don't know which platform has the lowest gas fees, but yeah, as I said, there are sidechain solutions. There are layer 2 solutions that make it easier and cheaper for people to execute transactions and run applications. So if you're looking at things like Matic, the Polygon network, and I don't know, ZK Sync or Arbitrum, Optimistic. All these things have good scaling technology for some of the main blockchains, right? Like Ethereum. What are the things to keep in mind before releasing the NFT collection? That's actually a gray area for me because I haven't released any NFT collection myself, or I haven't worked with anyone who has really released NFT collections. But if you're on the other side of the spectrum, let's say buying NFT collections or buying NFT from any collection, you better look at the value that's being provided by that team or the project or the organization behind that NFT collection. So in this case, let's say Bored Ape Yacht Club is a collection of 10,000 unique Bored Ape NFTs, unique digital collectibles living on the Ethereum blockchain. See, there are a lot of different NFT collections which are not based on any kind of utility. They are just there in art form. They just have some 10,000 forms of art, artworks made by probably just one guy or different people. Some of them are even computer generated, but people buy it because it gives them a sense of exclusivity, right? So let me stop sharing. Yeah, it gives them a sense of exclusivity. So when I say that, there are a lot of people who are ready to pitch in huge money just to get that. In this case, in Bored Ape Yacht Club, there are just 10,000 items in that NFT collection, right? Just imagine in the whole world, only 10,000 people can be a part of that club, right? So if you're just there as one in that 10,000, and you're willing to pay that kind of amount, just gives you that sense of exclusivity. That's the reason people pay that kind of amount, even if there is an NFT collection or they're trying to buy an NFT which has no real world utility behind it. But Bored Ape Yacht Club is by Yuga Labs, which is doing all kinds of crazy and fun stuff. They are even building their own metaverse called the Otherverse. If you guys want, you can go and check it out. But yeah, so a lot of different things happening, and there's going to be definitely exclusive rewards and exclusive access and exclusive perks to people who own the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, right? Just 10,000 people. And also, getting access to the Discord server. Only 10,000 people can get in, because if you own the NFT, you get access to the Discord server. It's a closed community. The sense of community and the sense of exclusivity is what people, it's what pushes people to pay that kind of amount or money to, own those NFTs. So, but yeah, one thing to keep in mind before you release your NFT collection is your roadmap. You need to have a clear roadmap on how I'm going to keep my community up, and then what's the value that I'm going to provide my community. Let's say you have 10,000 items in your NFT collection, or probably just 1,000. If you're only 1,000 people can own that, right? 1,000 people can own, at least if one guy is owning one piece of your NFT collection. Say if you have 1,000 in your collection, 1,000 different people own 1,000 different items in your collection. But then what's the next step, right? Once you release your NFT collection, what's the next step? What's the value that you're providing? What's the sense of community, sense of exclusivity that you're giving to your NFT holders, right? Once they just buy your NFT and probably just launch it at, I don't know, probably 1 Ether per NFT, and then how is it going to increase in value, right? How is it going to benefit you? I mean, you as the creator of the NFT collection, if you have just, if you sell each piece for 1 Ether each, you made 1,000 Ether, which is going to make you a millionaire. But what after that? If you want to grow that project, what after that? But people who are really, deep into this NFT thing, they're definitely going to look at what you're going to provide them. What's your roadmap like? What do you have a clear vision after you launch a project? What's the roadmap like, right? What's your vision, and what are you going to do with that NFT club or NFT collection? So that's definitely the main thing that you keep in mind: the roadmap and vision, and what's the value that you're providing to the users, the holders of your NFT collection. So that's just my 2 cents about like one of the few things that you have to keep in mind before launching your NFT collection. But yeah, another question is, Indian gaming industry hasn't adopted to Web3 games, right? Indian industry hasn't even adopted to gaming in the first place. See, if you look at the gaming market in India, it's very small, right? People have just now, in the last probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, have started playing a lot of different games. And when mobile phones got cheaper, and then when computer parts got cheaper, they started playing video games on computer. But mobile games, there are a lot of mobile gamers when compared to the number of PC gamers here in India. And also, piracy is a big issue here in India, right? People don't want to pay for the PC games. So, and also a lot of different developers and a lot of different studios across the world, they don't do regional pricing, right? If you go on, if you go to Steam, let's say, let me just quickly share my screen. Then, if you go on Steam, if you go on Steam, and there's currently right now PlayStation Publisher sale, but let's say Spider-Man, right? This is one of the best games that it's released. So it says 4,000 rupees, 3,999, 4,000 rupees. They just take whatever is there in the worldwide markets. Just say probably like $50-$60, and then just they convert that to INR and just listed that as the pricing, which doesn't work. But there are a lot of different games which has regional pricing. Games like PUBG, let's say. Like PUBG. Right now it's free, but if you see the price history of PUBG, it was actually 1,000 rupees, 999 when it launched on PC. So that was actually regional pricing. So there are a lot of different studios, a lot of different developers, a lot of different publishers that do regional pricing, but at the same time there are a lot of different people that don't do, right? So that's the reason. As I said, regional pricing is an issue, and people don't want to spend a lot of money, and a lot of people can't afford to own a gaming PC. And that's the reason, PC gaming is not that big in India yet. But besides that, people who are who can get their hands on a decent phone that can run PUBG or Free Fire or Clash of Clans, all these kinds of mobile games, that definitely there's a lot of people who are trying to make that segment big as well. But yeah, mostly mobile gaming, PUBG, yes. Polygon is free, right? Yeah, Polygon is not free. Actually, Polygon is, again, you can consider it as a side blockchain to Ethereum, or you can, even if you consider it as a separate blockchain in itself, it's never free. Nothing is free in the blockchain world. Any transaction that you do, any activity that you do on a blockchain is never free. So there will be no economy if things that happen on a blockchain is free, right? So there will be no economy on that ecosystem. So I think it's free. Yeah, now mostly Valorant is booming. Yeah, Valorant has already boomed, Anuj. So I mean, if you see, a lot of people, a lot of Indian players are into Valorant. The first thing is people have been playing CS:GO for a very long time in India, and Valorant is free, right? And people who have already played CS:GO for quite some time, it's an easy jump for them. And people who already love CS:GO, it's just, again, fantasified version of CS:GO, I would say. But yeah, again, in the last 1 year, a lot of people started playing Valorant, because one thing is it's free to play, and also it's easy to play. It doesn't have a steep learning curve as other games like Apex Legends or Rainbow Six Siege or things like that, or PUBG or something like that. It's not that tiring. It's not that stressful. It's really easy. If you just point and shoot, that's the basic thing you can do. But also on top of that, you can get really good with all the practice and strategies and your in-game tactics, your game sense, and all that. But yeah, whatever is easy to get into, there will be a lot of people there. Whatever is tough and requires a lot of time, people don't do that. But yeah, we're talking about Web3 games. But yeah, I mean, as I said, people haven't even got into PC gaming. It's again, it's going to take a lot of time before people get into Web3 games, because a lot of these Web3 games, if you want to experience things like Decentraland and the sandbox game, to its fullest, you need to have really good gear, right? You need to have a really good PC to experience games that are really, like resource heavy. You need to have, this VR headset and all those things if you want to play VR games. So yeah, that's not easily accessible and affordable yet. So once all these technology and gear becomes really accessible to even like the middle class, lower middle class people, a lot of people are going to start they'll start buying all these gadgets, and then definitely play. Yeah, if PC becomes cheap, then all PC games will boom. Yeah, PC. Yeah, it's a lot of different factors involved there. So one thing was when some of my friends were last year, when some of my friends were trying to build their new gaming PCs, the price of the GPUs had shot up, because that was from the couple of years before that, because of the whole cryptocurrency bull run and the bull market that was going on in the crypto world. Because a lot of people were getting into mining, and there were a lot of demand from GPUs and all that stuff. So the production couldn't keep up, so less supply of GPUs, so the price had really shot up. But yeah, as I said, a lot of factors are in play when it comes to PC will become cheap or not. So yeah. So as I said, that's the reason Web3 gaming is still this, but of course there are a lot of people who are playing already. People who get access to this, these systems and these applications. And again, at the same time, it's not for mass market yet, right? So as I say, sandbox. Just wanted to show you guys how this just sign in using MetaMask, connect my account. Yeah, just put in my email address. This is my email address. And then 7 email address already in use. Okay, I don't know. I think I've already played Sandbox, but just give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to be launching any game or playing it anything, but as I said, let me quickly share my screen. It went high because of mining. Now it's getting down, right? Yeah, GPU prices have been recently become cheap, and probably for the last 6 months. But if I remember it correctly, but now I think it's again starting to go back up. I think it should be that just like a rubber band effect, just a bounce, right? If you say PC components, PC parts came down, and then it has to go up, because when it came down, a lot of people start buying again, and it has to go down, go up a little bit before it can start coming down again, or probably just go up from there. I said, let me quickly share my screen. And we were talking about NFTs and metaverse, right? So one good question that we had from, who was it? Deepak, was how does real estate NFT works? Because that actually, it's the same thing as what we're going to talk about now. See, so as I said, OpenSea is one of the biggest NFT marketplaces out there, and so we saw how this sandbox game is. Sandbox is again a virtual metaverse world where you can create your own character, link your wallet, buy things. But again, as I said, if you just click on buy land, you go here, OpenSea, all the land parcels of this game, which means like, this game has, let's say if I go to map, I can see that. So any game has a map, any open world, any virtual world game has a map. GTA 5, go to GTA 5, go to a battle royale game like Fortnite. All these games have maps, where the player can traverse, right? And then, so even games, okay. I guess something happened there, but okay. Am I still on? Is the stream live? Are you guys able to see the stream? Am I still live? Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys this map. Apparently, and it's taking a lot of time. It's very resource heavy. All these websites, all these web applications, it's very resource heavy. So it takes a lot of time. So if you see, this is the map, and then so the one block. Let me just quickly zoom in so that you guys can see what it looks like. I also have another question from Suraj, which I'll answer in a bit. Yeah, if you see, these all this grid, this mesh, and if you take this one block, I just clicked on it and it got highlighted. It says that go to this PFP launch and gallery. So it needs to say that this is the title and this is the owner, right? And this is owned on the Ethereum network. And this click on another one, and this is booked by Sandbox Game, which means that hasn't been sold yet. And this is again by a user called Cam7. So what are we looking at here is that pieces of land that are on sale, right? You just when we in yesterday's stream we talked about ICO, which is again as opposed to IPO, which is initial public offering. We talked about ICO, which is initial coin offering. Similar to that, these metaverse projects make land sale, right? So if they have all these pieces of land that they've created, in their game, they can sell that, and the people who are willing to buy these pieces of land will get them as NFTs, right? Again, why? Because blockchain is the main thing that people care about because of decentralization, digital ownership, and all those things, transparency, and everything. So when they make this land sale, people who are interested can buy that, and then they can, they give it to you as NFTs to a wallet address, and then you can list it here, right? So in this case, if I just look at this, this you can see the details of this NFTs, land X, land Y, then details, everything. And again, if you see the price of this one piece of land, right? So in this whole grid, just to have that one block of land, it's one ether, right? Right now it's trading at $1,400, but yeah, that's the price. Now, if you want, you can buy this and then pass it on to someone else. So means to say that a lot of people are investing in virtual real estate as well. So this is also again a good analogy to what happens in the real world. In the real world, you have these limited pieces of land. I mean, again, land is limited. Even in India, you consider there's only so much land that people can be on. So same thing happens in a game as well. If you consider this as one sandbox in itself, one virtual world in itself, there's a lot of different pieces of land that are on sale. In this case, this highlighted piece is the land that this user is trying to sell. He's trying to sell it for 1.0499 amount of ether. S Win Park, right? That's the guy. And these are the offers that he has got. People are offering to buy it for 0.5 wrapped ETH. WETH is nothing but wrapped ETH. 0.8, 0.86, 0.92. All these different pieces of land are being sold. Again, it says Ubisoft, means that Ubisoft has bought that amount of land, bought this much amount of land, right? So Ubisoft may be planning to build whatever it wants, right? So it can be planning to build its own headquarters. It's I don't know, whatever it wants, it can build that. And a lot of different companies have bought pieces of land in metaverse projects like this. This is one example. There's also an example of Decentraland, which is, I don't know, click on start exploring, explore on web. Don't want to download anything right now. But yeah, I highly encourage you guys to go ahead and explore all these kinds of applications and projects whenever you get time. So if it's a marketplace, and this is very resource heavy, guys. My PC is it's lagging because of all these resource heavy web applications that I'm trying to open. But yeah, as I said, you get the idea, right? So Decentraland has its own kind of map, and then all these different kinds. There's also again another metaverse called matrixworld.org. Yeah, that's the one. Matrixworld.org. These people made a land sale on Ethereum. They made the second wave of their land sale on the Flow blockchain. Again, the third wave again happened on the Ethereum blockchain. So again, if you see, people who have already bought this, some sort of the same IPO thing that goes on. When people who want to invest early, they can just apply for it, and if they get it, they get it. So again, if you see, view your claimed lands on OpenSea, and OpenSea is one of the biggest marketplaces. So it's a Matrix World land voucher, which is the owner of this NFT collection, and says all these parcels of land. So you can come here and you can say size. If you want just 1 into 1 land pieces, if you want 2 into 2, just click on 2 into 2. It just shows me 2 into 2 land pieces. Click on map in this matrixworld.org. It takes you to this beautiful map, which tells you what is whatever things are deployed on this map. So there are a lot of different things going on, and I don't want to overwhelm my PC. But yeah, this is again a different concept. They're just trying to build a metaverse which is compatible in the blockchain, right? So, and if you see, Sandbox is a metaverse that's based on the Ethereum blockchain, and Decentraland is another metaverse based on the Ethereum blockchain. Again, there's another metaverse project that's happening called Pavia, which is on the Cardano blockchain. But Matrix World is trying to build a metaverse which is in the blockchain, right? So similar to what the Cosmos project is trying to do. They're just trying to do a blockchain of blockchains, right? That's what Matrix World is trying to do. But I'll let you guys take a look at it at your own time. But just wanted to give you guys a brief idea on what it is like to use the NFT technology inside a metaverse. So as I said, this is what it's used for, right? But again, it's not just limited to land, not just limited to this land parcels or all these things. It can be any kind of asset that you want to represent digitally on a on a blockchain, right? So in this case, let's go to OpenSea and let's say Decentraland. Type Decentraland, and then let's see what comes up. So Decentraland, this is like the main the issuer or the owner of that contract that puts out NFTs. Decentraland variables, right? This is again on the Ethereum blockchain. There's one on the Polygon blockchain, which is called again Decentraland variables. So again, if you see, so all these in-game assets, right, can also be digitally represented on a blockchain. As we saw, it's not just limited to land parcels. It can be any kind of asset inside that game or inside that metaverse world that you want to digitally represent on a blockchain, and then have people buy it or just transfer ownership, do whatever you want. So there's this jackets, there's this hat, there's all this hoodie and all these kinds of different things that you want to buy. Category, let's go to category and just say helmet, right? So all these kinds of different helmets that you want to buy, and you can use it on your avatar in game, right? So yeah, so I think you guys get the basic idea of how NFTs are being used in metaverse, right? So metaverse, again, as I said, is just nothing but these virtual worlds that this can be a game, it can be just a virtual world sandbox, it can be anything, right? It can be anything where you get the virtual experience and you're able to interact with other people. There's also economy. If there's economy that's involved using a blockchain, then it's a Web3 metaverse, right? So all these games, Sandbox, Decentraland, and Matrix World, Pavia, all these different metaverses, they just make use of these blockchains to give you that economy experience, right? So it's not to give you that economy experience, but this is the essence. This is the essence of creating economy, right? Any economy, any money related stuff, blockchain is the technology that best fits that use case, right? Blockchain is born for economics and finance, right? So any asset that you want to represent digitally, then blockchain is your best friend. So that's the use case. That's the best use case of blockchain. But besides that, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any doubts, if you guys want to talk about anything else apart from NFTs and metaverse, just post your questions in the chat. Decentraland is fun to explore. Definitely fun to explore any metaverse that has some rich things or epic things that you can do. It's definitely fun to explore. Just look at all these kind of things that, by the way, people are willing to pay money to play these games, right? So there might be a few people among you who are who buy video games, but at the same time also spend money in games. I myself spend a lot of money in games when I want to, own something that's very rare. Or one example would be I play Apex Legends a lot, but there is again an item which is very rare in Apex Legends. I pay real money to own that item. It's, again, as I said, it just gives you that sense of exclusivity and rarity that not everyone has it, but only a handful of people or some certain number of people in the world own it. So people are willing to pay real money to sort of own these items in game. So it can be for a lot of different reasons, but yeah, there are a lot of people who are willing to do that. So that's the reason this economy exists, this industry exists, right? So again, if you look at these in-game items, they are not of any use to you in real world, but you can just if you buy this Binance hoodie, you can use it on your avatar in game. You can have your avatar wear this item in game, and a lot of different things like that. If you buy pieces of land on this sandbox map, you can do whatever you want. Later on, they are building a sandbox game creator application using which you can create your own games. And people who are roaming this metaverse, when they let's say probably here somewhere you have your own shop set up, they can come to your shop, they can come to your place and do whatever you want. You have created some game, they can play your games. You have created some sort of a shop. They can see whatever you have listed on sale. They can buy whatever they want. They can set up a shop there. But yeah, so basically the possibilities are endless. It all just depends on what the platform offers. In this case, Sandbox might offer something else different than what Decentraland does. So yeah, just all these kinds of metaverse projects that are just there. Just go ahead and whenever you guys feel you have some time to explore all these kinds of Web3 projects, just go ahead and do it. At least the metaverse projects are really fun to explore. But besides that, there are all kinds of projects in the Web3 space. So yeah, I just wanted to keep this session exclusive to metaverse and NFTs. As I said, there are a lot of people creating content around NFTs, a lot of people talking about metaverses. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun to combine the both and just talk to you guys about how NFTs are used for metaverses to create these real sense of ownership when you're paying for something inside these metaverse worlds, right? But yeah, again, as I said, to take it one level further, let's say you are looking at all these collections. And again, as I said, this is the land parcels for the Decentraland, right? This piece, it's going at 3480 sand. Again, sand is the token of the Decentraland world. Sand is the token of the sandbox world, and then mana is the token for the Decentraland world. So right, so things like that. So if you just look at this, these variables. We were looking at these variables. So let's say you bought this hoodie for 0.014 ether, and then you play the game for, I don't know, probably 2 years, and then you decide, this game is boring for you and you don't like it anymore. You still own these assets, right? But that's not the case with other games. If the game is dead, if a game like Counter-Strike or any game is dead, you don't own those assets because those assets are there in the servers of these of these games. So they just vanish. But here in this case, since everything you own is represented on the blockchain, 2 years down the line, if you decide you don't want to play this anymore, or you're just fed up with it, or you're just bored of playing that game, you can just sell these assets to people who are willing to buy, right? People who are still playing the game, or people who are coming new, you can sell those assets to other people. So that's actually a benefit on the next level when all this asset management is done on blockchain. So what are the most unique NFT use case you ever heard? Unique NFT, I'm not looking at unique NFT use cases, but I just want people to make use of NFTs for the best use cases. Like as I said, one is tokenization of real estate, real world physical assets, and then again for things like this. They're definitely so far, but most of the people, most people when they hear about NFTs, they only tend to understand only the art side of things. But yeah, definitely there are a lot of things happening in the NFT business as well. Also, you guys saw that now we can use NFTs in GTA 5 and Minecraft. Minecraft, I'm not sure because you know Minecraft, actually I heard that Minecraft is restricting use of NFTs because they don't want to create that division among the audience. People who, if you if they allow people to use NFTs in Minecraft, and let's say 100,000 people are playing Minecraft today, and if only 5,000 of them own NFTs, it's going to create that sense of division among the 5,000 who own the NFTs, and then the remaining who don't, right? So that's the reason I heard that Minecraft is not actually encouraging use of NFTs. But I don't know if there's any change in the change in that news or something. My Metaverse and Engine have announced that they have introduced playable NFTs on the game servers. But yeah, Engine is one of the great you know metaverse projects. I mean, they're trying to build all these kinds of game engines, all these kinds of NFTs you can integrate with games, right? So they're doing a lot of different tech-related stuff that games can integrate, and then yeah, this is sort of your go-to platform. It's like, so if you're from the software background, I'd probably assume it as Firebase is for your web applications, as what Engine is trying to do. That's what I understand. But yeah, again, a lot of different things are happening. A lot of different things are being rapidly developed. But my metaverse, I not really had a look into my metaverse a lot before. But yeah, as I said, a lot of teams are building metaverse. And there's something called as Otherverse, which is being built by Yuga Labs, which is behind the Board API Club NFT collection. Okay, I have my own stream. We'll take a leave. It was interesting. Good. Yeah, thank you for joining, Tushar, and yeah, thanks for all the great information that you shared. Really appreciate it. But yeah, and also good luck for your stream. But yeah, besides that, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys in today's session. So yeah, I hope you guys got a brief idea on how NFTs are used in metaverse, as opposed to just all these plain old NFTs that are being used just for owning art. Let me just close all this so that my computer doesn't die. So yeah, need that. Just plain old art, right? So instead of using it just for these use cases, there are also more use cases which are beyond just art, right? So just wanted to give you a brief idea into what's happening there. So okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post it on the comments on the chat. But yeah, as I said, next week or at the starting of October, I'm planning to start an exclusive Discord community. So I'll keep you posted on that as well. But if you guys have not followed me on Creator, make sure you follow me on Creator. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me on my LinkedIn, DM. Okay. Yeah, I think there was an issue with my browser. I hope you guys can see me back again. Hope I'm back to all of you guys. Yeah, as I was saying, feel free to follow me on LinkedIn. Just message me on LinkedIn if you guys have any questions or anything. And as I said, starting of next week, or and at the end of the next week, or probably in October first week, I'm planning to make a Discord community. Where we can always stay connected. Discord is the best place to do all these interactive sessions and all those things. But yeah, if you haven't followed me on Creator, follow me on Creator. If you want to keep in touch with me on LinkedIn, just drop a connection request or follow me on LinkedIn as well. With that being said, I hope you guys had some good information to take away from this stream. And yeah, I'm planning much more exciting sessions from next week and the future sessions, but we'll definitely keep you guys posted on that as well. Make sure you follow me on Twitter so that you get notified whenever I go live. But besides that, it was a great session. Hope you guys had fun, had some good insights into what's happening in the NFT world, the metaverse, how NFTs and metaverse are interrelated, and all those things. I had great fun talking about it, and I hope you guys feel the same too. But I'll see you guys in the next session next week. Until then, take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.